Okay, a third obstacle is motivation. This is really difficult. If you have a lazy child, that's not a very nice thing to say. If you have a lazy child, though, or a non-motivated child to learn, then depending on the age, I would recommend giving them the option, giving them the reins of what will motivate them. There's intrinsic motivation, right? Where you just want to do well, you just want to achieve, you want to please the people around you, and so you strive for it. And then we have the external motivation, those that say, hey, if you give me computer time, if you give me a candy, if you give me whatever it is, there's some kind of reward they can earn towards it. For the severely unmotivated students, then I would recommend points, earning towards something bigger, because you need to give them tiny baby steps where you can say, if you do this, you get 1 or 2 or 3 points towards whatever it is. Once you get 50 points, you can turn in your points for some sort of big prize. Is it a new video game? I don't know. Is it time outside? Is it a skateboard? Is it a dinner out with dad? There's lots of different options. Whenever I needed to motivate my children to do a deep clean on the house or the farm, we did this. And so I assigned points to every single task, and then they could turn in their points for small little things. Like, I mean, it could be like a bag of chips, and then also big things like 2 hours of video game time that night. So we don't do video games every day. We only have Thursdays are our screen days. If it's not Thursday, then the screens aren't on, except for, if you have to do your writing or your math or whatever it is that if you have a computer time for your actual school, yes. But I'm talking about for entertainment, no screens except for Thursdays. And that helped us to separate that out. So motivation, usually a child that's unmotivated is older. They've already been in the public school at some point, or they've adapted and they've learned they've learned how to be lazy. It's not very often that a child is lazy with learning as at a young age. So if you're dealing with laziness, this is something that you can talk to them about and say, okay, you're in charge. You do have to do this. No matter what, you have to do it. But I'm going to give you control over why. You tell me what will motivate you to do it. Write it out, and then have them sign it, and you sign it and date it, post it somewhere. So they are remembering what it was that they promised you. How did they promise to get their job done? Just like we don't go to work because we just have the goodness of our heart. We just want to go to work. No, we go to work because we're getting paid. So it's not a detriment to your child. Yes, it would be lovely if they would just be motivated, self-motivated to learn because they want to. They're not all that way, or they want to learn about what they want to learn about. So sometimes you can motivate them by saying, if you'll do your math first, then we can do the robotics. Or I will give you longer on the baking time if you get your math done within 20 minutes. So you have this much amount to do, and this is the allotted time. That's what I did with my kids on Thursdays. As soon as your schoolwork and your chores are done, it's video game and TV time. They messed up because I found out that they can get their schoolwork and their chores done in an amazingly short amount of time when they work together, all 5 of them. So that helped me on the other days. I would say, pretend like it's Thursday, y'all. We've got this and this and this to do today. So pretend like it's Thursday. And they knew, they know how to work. They know how to work efficiently. But whenever they're eating into their own free time, that motivation went way up and they got it done. So hopefully those things help for you when you have a lazy child or a child that's not motivated by the typical things that you would hope, like grades or just pleasing the parent, pleasing the teacher, or moving on, just being done. They're fine to just sit there and wait. And it's nothing, it's wherever it came from and why it's there, who knows? But you do have a solution. Motivate extrinsically.